Wait lang. Let me just check my microphone, okay? Ang audio is not sa... Wait lang. Okay. Ano akong mic? Nasa search for a while, guys, ha? Kaya ako sang i-double check ako ang speaker. Kaya wala na ka USB. Okay. So, we are going to open with a new topic this week. No? So, naatay problem-based learning, research-based learning, inquiry-based learning. So, different kinds of based learning, no, which you can also integrate in either in your future lesson plans, kaya nakasubmit naman pod mo, or pwede pod siya i-integrate sa inyong demonstration. So, mostly, kuan siya, student-centered siya nga approach. So, we allow our students to have independent learning through means nga they do self-discovery, they do research, and then, depende na siya nga unsa nga type of inquiry-based learning. It could be structured, or you can provide them with the freedom to select topics of their own interests, and then they can also select tools, no, or solutions to those kinds of topics nga ilahang ma-select for their inquiry-based learning. Napote structured wherein naa ang guidance ni teacher. Okay, but the end goal is to actually allow our students to discover their own learning. Naarata, no, to guide them, to inform them of the criteria, no, for example, of their output. Kaya syempre, even though it's like an inquiry-based type of learning, so they have to also know what is our basis when we evaluate them. So, apply na siya dira. I will also be including the KWL, so I've made mention of the KWL. Sa previous atong discussion last week. So, pwede na to siya i-integrate as one of like methods for independent learning sa ato ang mga estudyante. So, let me share my screen first. By the way, again, this session is recorded. So, at least informed pod ang tanan since recording will be placed in our Google Classroom for those who are under modular, no, kanang mga irregular students nato who cannot be with us for synchronous classes. Okay, so again, welcome to inquiry-based and research-based learning. So this is where I will integrate the KWL as one of like examples, no, nga pwede na to siya ma-integrate for inquiry-based learning activities. So the lesson outcomes, at the end of this lesson, you should be able to discuss the salient features of inquiry-based learning and research-based learning and their application to the attainment of not only language learning competencies, but even for mathematics and for science or prof ed, no, prof ed nga mga subjects, no, or sorry, prof ed nga mga students, wherein you'll be teaching science, or you'll be teaching Araling Panlipunan, no, any other pa nga mga subjects, no, in the secondary department or secondary year level, and also language outcomes. So analyze how technologies for teaching and learning, not only languages but also mathematics. Also, actually, usa ra ka libro ang akong gibasihan ani. Ang language subjects o ang mathematics science na subjects, they have the same content, pero naka-structure lang more nga aligned into language, mga language subjects nga TTL book, and then ang math o ang science more into math and science but siya, pero the content is just the same when it comes to theories nila. So for the information of everyone, these are the examples of the TTL books nung akong iko as basis. So this one is for language education, Filipino and English. Well, this one is for mathematics and science. Duha ra na sila ka book ang TTL2, pero ako yung gi-compare ang content, pareha sa jud kayo siya. Mo bitaw nga kanang usa lang ka book ako ang gibasehan. But this is applicable for all. You can do the KWL chart, you can do inquiry-based learning regardless kung unsa nga subject ang imuhang tudluan. Even if you're in the elementary pod ganino yung inyuha abi nga ko ano is elementary education. So, pwede naman po Japon siya ma-apply. Pero, ang naka-difference lang with KWL, instead of ang mga kids kay isulat na nila, ang mga kids is they will just draw it or they will just illustrate it. Okay? So that it would be aligned po sa ilahang capacity, no? So, we will expect the older students na nga sila na dyan ang musulat. Okay? So, analyze how technologies for teaching and learning, not only in languages, no, can be maximized in inquiry-based learning and research-based learning. And state some performance standards from the curriculum that can employ inquiry-based learning and research-based learning. So I'll be introducing the KWL chart. So this is what the KWL chart looks like, what I know, what I want to know, and what I learned. You can do this simple activity. You provide them with a very big question, no, and they would write it down, know what I know based on their like stock knowledge or prior knowledge, and then what I want to know. Okay, that is before the lesson proper nga. From the big question, no, mo tap itap ninyo sa you let the students tap into their stock knowledge or la prior knowledge na about the certain big question or topic nga imuhang gi-introduce sa ilaha. So they will be writing everything down, so what I know and what I want to know. And then after na nga mahuman na kaog discuss, dira pa na sila mo sulat og what I learned, which you will see a contrast na no between their prior knowledge and what are their expectations, and if na-meet ba to siya nga expectations and what I learned, okay, or naa ba improvements sa nakatunan sa bata. So you have to familiarize with the concept of the KWL chart. You analyze the contents of the charts and think how you can use this chart in facilitating your lessons. Dili lang sa language but also in mathematics and other subjects as well. So again, no, for example, you provided the topic. No, for example, nagbutang ka dira sa topic like literature, for example, world literature. Then kani siya nga story, and then you provide a very big question, no, something that could tap into their prior knowledge. It must be something that is also in line sa ilahang age. Okay, so if you're teaching younger students, no, so dapat imong question should be aligned pud sa ilahang prior knowledge. Okay, dili ka pwede mo ask og like philosophical questions for kids or for students who are still in the lower year levels. So you provide a big question, and from that big question, no, the student will be able to tap into their prior knowledge and write about what I know. There are so many questions, example, and ano, ang big question like, why do we need to learn how to listen? That's one big question. So, mo tap siya into their, what they call this, kanang prior knowledge. They would write what they know about the importance of listening. And then afterwards, you let them answer, for example, oh, what do they need, what do they expect to learn, no? Since they will be talking about communication or ang flow, no, sa communication. Then someone has to receive, someone has to decode, and then encode na po siya response towards the iyahan na po nga katabi, no, niya. Importante po na ang listening kay para to avoid miscommunication, things like that, no. Once nga ma-discuss na po na siya, ang kato na pong what I learned, di na po ito makita if we have met the expectations of the student, at the same time if naabay changes sa ilahang learning. Okay, so you pose a very big question, no. Yan, dira pa na siya dayon magunahon na kung unsa iyahang idea, no, about this certain big question nga imuhang gi-introduce. Okay, so muna siya, no, what I know. At first I was thinking, when I came up with this question, I was thinking about this and that. It reminded me of this and that. They would write everything down. Okay? So, for example, no, napay mga uban nga questions. What is one main characteristic of young children that helps them to know about the world they live in? Or why is there a need to be engaged in public speaking? For example, because your topic will all be about public speaking. Hatag ka na nga big question. So once they come up with that question, they will tap into their prior knowledge. So, nga na importante man jud nga we learn about public speaking. This is what my initial thoughts are on this certain question. And when I was reading, I was thinking because what you're learning as you undergo throughout the learning process, and the new understanding at the end, no, na I've gained new understanding. So it's a far more improved one compared to what I used to know, because the more I was exposed to this certain kind of information na I know little of sa una, so mas na-enhance pa siya dang ako ang understanding ana. Kapasagod na nga you've came across a certain topic nga is familiar to you. So, very surface knowledge lang ang ma-discuss nimo. If you're going to fill out the KWL chart, very little lang ang imuhang ma-discuss ana based on your prior knowledge or based sa imuhang nahinumduman or yung imuhang na-observe. Okay? And then you write there, what do I want to know? Since I know little about this certain topic, what do I want to know to add more information about this certain topic that I know so little of? After na ana, no, once you have already written this down, okay, and then you undergo the learning process, you've done research about this certain topic nga gamay ra imuhang knowledge, no, or surface knowledge lang ang naa sa imuha. So dili na maibutang is ang dili na maibutang sa pinakalas is unsa na pud ang imong mga bag-o nga na-learn, no, which is nakadungag from what you used to know. Okay? So usually you can apply this one to your students, ba? So again, you introduce them to the concepts of the KWL chart, then you start them with an essential or big question. Okay, so the essential or big question can actually um, pike the interest of the students, no. Pwede po na ingon nga maka-introduce na nila og a topic wherein no, they would be thinking about it, no, or they would be searching more information about it because it's new to them, diba? So muna siya, no? These are some of the big questions in the KWL chart. Some examples lang. Now, you have to remember when you make the big questions in your KWL chart, example, naka-decide ka nga, ay, magpa-KWL chart ko ron since my study would be about the atmosphere. Or not my study, sorry. My topic will all be about the atmosphere. So, I will be asking, meron pa siyang motivation, no? I will be asking my students about the atmosphere. Okay, so a certain big question, essential question about the atmosphere nga mo tap sa ilahang prior knowledge. And again, when you formulate your big question, it should be something nga makarelate sila. Even if it's related sa atmosphere, but the question should be simple enough nga mo align silang edad. Okay? Kay kung medyo mature nang imong estudyante, dira na nimo i-change, no? Kon pa siya nimo, no? Imo pa yung di mo exactly palis doon, no? Pero at least imo pa yung i-upgrade pod imong question nga mo align pod silang edad, no? Dili too simple ra pod kaayo siya, no? Something nga kanang even katong mga naa sa dagko nga edad, no? They would be thinking about it, they will be doing research about it because even if it's a question about the atmosphere, it is something more complex, di ba? Okay? So more na into critical thinking skills, no? So next, once you have posed a big question in your KWL chart for your students to answer, the next step should be finding out what we know. Okay, so muna siya, no? Muna siya ang first letter sa KWL. Okay, so what we know, that is the K. So elicit from your collective lived experiences, no? So kani siya is for students nga i-grupo, no? This is just kanang ko an activity supposedly, pero ako na lang i-discuss ang KWL chart activity. For example, if you'll be doing that as a group, so ang mga bata, they will be doing that one as a group. They'll be talking about their life experiences. For example, if your question is about the atmosphere, muta na din kasi mga classmates, kay muha sa inyong lugar dahil, no? What is the atmosphere like? Does it have an effect sa inyong environment, sa inyong plants, no? Question na magkuan dayon, no? Mag-sharing na dayon mo. And then you record your answers by filling out everything on the first column of the KWL chart, which is the what you know. If you're doing the activity alone, if you're letting the student do the activity alone, so ikuan lang, no, i-instruct na sila nga go through your prior knowledge, your lived experiences as a student on what do you know about the certain topic. Ana ra nga pangutana. So next is finding out what we want to know. So to allow you to freely explore about what is in store in the world around you, fill in the second column. So ang second column, you will be thinking of other possible information, or for example, no, what are some of the topics related to the atmosphere nga you want to know more about, diba? Or for example, no, the topic would be about water cycle. Very simple kayo pang kids sila siya, no? Kung ginataglain nga mas complex. What if, okay. So, for example, no, we will be thinking about na po, I'll give you another topic na po nga medyo complex. Ang atmosphere is too simple ra. Okay. So, for example, I'll be posting a question about research. Kanala, something na lang nga kanang ang uban sa inyo na prior knowledge about. So, I'll be asking you about research. Okay, so why is it important to conduct research, and why do you think research improves the quality of life? Nga naabi, no mo, asabi ko og question ninyo. Big question. Why do you think research improves the quality of life or contributes to the improvement of the community? Okay? So that's my big question. So mo undergo ka sa first column, so what you know. So based on your prior knowledge, no, musulat abi ka dira nga Based on my prior knowledge, no, research improves the quality of life because it can bring solutions to different questions or problems nga ga-exist in our community. Ana abi, pag abot na din sa finding out what you want to know, you can write there. But even though I have an idea how research improves the quality of life, I want to know its processes, okay? Most especially for qualitative or quantitative or mixed methods so that you'll be able to know what is the right way in conducting research. Anabi, that's listing down what you want to know. Okay? Possible information that can add on to your existing knowledge. Pwede siya yung ana, no? You can add this kind of activity sa inyong mga estudyante. The next one is finding out answers from experts. So, this is the learning process na. So, for you to be able, sorry, I moved out of the, for you to be able to answer the last column of your KWL chart, which is what I learned, okay, this one, so yung muna katunan. So, you could have several sources. You could do research online. You have artificial intelligence now, diba? So, pwede naman ka mo conduct of like research prompt naman, no? Mo search ka dito sa chat GPT baron, no? And then chat GPT will provide you with an answer, no, in full detail explaining you what the research process is, diba? And what its different uses asa siya appropriate nga type of research. So, if aside from that, no, you can even get from experts, no. So either you would get from reliable sources, from experts who are already proficient sa ingana nga type of topic. You could go to the library, you could go through online, tanan. Okay? So daghan kaayo og klase nga sources. So this is through the learning process na. Okay? Since di ba you have already filled out what is your surface knowledge about the topic, like what I know, and then you've already filled out also what I want to learn, okay, or what I want to know there rather. So what are your expectations or topics na gusto nimo ma-find out, no? When you conduct a KWL activity. So the perfect time to answer the third one is to ask for experts, to search online, to read about the topic, to know more about the topic. You could let like a teacher discuss things with you, or you could do research online from reliable sources. And once you have already got your answer, okay, finding out what you have learned. So organize the results of your gathered information and answer the third column of the KWL chart. Okay? So yan na no. So going back ta ha, if ato siya magpabuhat tag ana sa itong mga bata, more magod siya on inquiry-based learning. You're asking yourself and you're asking other people or even asking online to help you process everything, no, from your prior knowledge to up to what you have already learned once you acquired new information. Okay, nakasabot ra. Hello. Nakasab okay. So, kung magpaingani kasi mo mga estudyante, kanang pwede man gud siya ninyo mahimo as an activity throughout sa imong klase. So, dili siya mahulog nga motivation. Kung magpa-KWL chart kasi mong mga estudyante, it's either you figure it out together or you can have it as an activity nga they can bring home and then present it after a few days sa inyong nga next meeting. So, for example, if you want to have it structured na type of inquiry-based learning using the KWL chart, pwede mo mag-activity wherein una no mo yung nabi ka. Okay guys, no, before ta mag-start, I will be handing out papers with you that papers to you papers to you nga na KWL chart. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to complete the KWL chart by the end of this topic. Okay? So, ang big question nga kung ipangutan na sa inyo ha, why do you think research improves the quality of life? Okay? And then, I want you to complete the KWL chart using that big question. Okay? So, for example, na mo siya tudloan imong mga estudyante nga. From that question, list down their prior knowledge related to the question. Okay? So, I think research improves the quality of life because it can provide solutions to questions or problems in the community. Yan na siya mga example, no? Daghan lang kay mga ipangsulat mga bata dira. Next, after ana, he would also tell them, okay, before ta mo proceed sa lesson proper, or for example, no, before ta mo agto sa library and find answers to this question, to this big question, I want you to write down your expectations on what you want to know more about research. So list down everything nga medyo kulang pa imuhang knowledge about ana nga gusto nimo na siya ma-answeran at the end of our activity, at the end of our lesson. Okay, so ilista na po na sa estudyante no? What they want to know. Okay, unsa nga mga information nga medyo kulang pa sila, or mga areas in research nga medyo kulang pa sila og knowledge about it. Okay, kay tungod ang sa what I know is limited ra, surface knowledge ra ilahang matubag. Okay, so magbutang sila diri sa ilahang mga expected nga gusto mabalaan. After ana, you let them undergo the process. Either you let them do independent learning. Again, they will have to go to the library, do research about research, no? Do research about research, ask an expert, no? Like a research coordinator, for example, or someone who have taught research. Or for example, ano no, pwede pod sila mag read dira og kanang mga books, no? Related to research. Sa tourism na patay research and tourism book no, so dira ang process read from chapter 1 to chapter 5, or magtulan mo sa internet ato mo chat GPT. Okay, once you have undergo the learning process, you'll be able not to fill out what I learned. So the students there rather would be able not to fill out what I learned. So naka-accumulate naman sila information no related sa ilang mga expectations like what I know and also to the topic. So they will now be able to answer the last column of the KWL chart, what I learned. Unsa man ako nakatunan throughout my independent search or research. Unsa man ako nakatunan during the lecture ni teacher, no? Kaya nag-discuss man si teacher about um, research, no? So, unsa man ako mga nakatunan. And then once your student will be able to complete the KWL chart, they will be able to see nga there is an improvement. Before they only know this part, gamay lang ilang nabalaan about research, and then dili na improvement because they were able not to explore more, to do independent research, to either ask the internet or even listen to their teacher kung naa siya discussion. And then dira pa nimo makita sa what I learned if na na-meet ba nato na siya ang atong mga expectations under what I know. Mga things sa gusto nato makatunan na natubag ba siya sa what I learned. Okay, kaya syempre pag human nimog immerse ng kana nga learning experience, 'di ba? So, unsa man yung mga nakatunan? Nya kanimong mga nakatunan aligned ba siya sa imong mga expectations under what I know? I want to know. So you could do that one, no? Do that kind of activity. Pwede siya independent learning, pwede siya as a group, depende na sa inyo ha. Basta naalam na siya ko ano, when you do the KWL chart, the question should be aligned to your topic. On the part po sa estudyante, if you're providing the question, it should be appropriate sa ilaha nga pwede sila katap silang prior knowledge, because again like what I've said kanina, kung muhatag gani ka og certain question nga wala pa dud sila experience before, expected na nga wala kay sila ma-answer. So it must be something up to the point na we're in nakasulay na sila, na sila experience ana, na sila prior knowledge ana for them to answer, especially the first column sa KWL chart nga what I know. Okay, so di na to i-overcomplicate sa estudyante. So, nahumana na ang finding out what I've learned. Finding out what I have learned. So, you can collect everything na from the KWL chart of the students. And sila po mismo, they keep track of the progress of their learning. If there's an improvement or not, if naabay na dungag jud sa ilahang previous nga na-learn. Okay. So, nga na nag-discuss to og KWL because our topic for this afternoon is the nature of inquiry-based learning. Okay, it's the process of asking questions, and in our KWL it's always asking questions, diba? Unsa man akong gusto makatunan, mo ni akong na based sa question nga gihatag ni ma'am, mo ni siya ang prior knowledge about it, but what do I want to know more about this topic? Okay, and then what have I learned, diba? Yeah, before ko nakaabot ang what I have learned, nangutana pa ko sa uban, no? I ask them questions, I ask the internet to provide me with answers para at least madungagan ako ang learning about this. That's one example, no? So, KWL. So, before nakamake na mo og KWL sa inyong mga lower years, hello? Wala pa? Wala pa, no? So, sige lang. ini kaabot na lang siguro nako after sa trip mo try ipatry ta mo og himo og KWL no kay it's a research strategy manggod no. Ang ubang mga teachers ginagamit nila ang KWL nga teaching strategy para at least sa mga bata they would keep track no they would keep track of the progress of their learning. Okay. And again, why did I introduce a KWL? It's aligned to nature of inquiry-based learning. So, inquiry in its simplest definition or its simplest niyang form is the process of asking questions. So this is spurred from the innumerable developments that we continue to enjoy in our society today. In fact, no research mismo is out of inquiry, di ba? That's why in the senior high school we call it inquiries and investigations, di ba? Instead of calling it research, to put it simply, no, research unta, no, ang appropriate niya nga title, but we call it inquiries and investigations. Way back in katong gatulop ako sa senior high because you're trying to, find a solution to a certain problem or question that is in your mind, di ba? Like for example, mo ni siya ang existing more pa siya action research kung sa teacher education pa di ba nga mo ni existing problem sa mga students na mo diri sa classroom. What could be the contributing factor nga naabot og ani? Okay, students would often experience math anxiety. According to my survey, according to my previous pa na kong observations, um, almost half of the class nagsuffer og math anxiety, and that could have a huge effect sa ilang academic performance. What could be the root cause nga natabo ni siya? Or, you could even ask there, what could be the contributing factor sa productivity level sa estudyante? Diba? Like for example, is the number of hours of sleep contribute to the levels of productivity sa bata in terms of number of activities ma-complete nila within the day? There must be a control variable pod ana nga within this week dapat same amount lang og number of activities nga mahimo sa mga bata sa tanan nga respondents para wala pod siya ko dili pod mahulog nga unreliable ang information or ang data that I rather. Okay, so those are examples. So research comes from inquiry, no? It comes from investigation. You want to know if there is an existing relationship. Di man nimo siya matawag og cause and effect good ang sleep sa levels of productivity because there are so many contributing factors why people are productive. Okay? Could be because they're motivated by incentives or motivated by other people, di ba? So, ing ana no, nag-start na siya ang research with an inquiry. Why two things happen? How did these happen? Diba? So, ano siya, no? It continues to usher the study of so many fields that enable various scientists and experts to provide solutions to emerging issues affecting society in general. In the classroom, in particular, the process of inquiry that every teacher is expected to facilitate. And it's pretty common, like, from the moment palang daan na we have the motivation, we are already uh, starting with an inquiry-based type of teaching strategy. No, we ask them, okay, who among you here has an idea about morning ana, no? This and that, na topic. Okay? Or when you present them with a photo or an activity, you then immediately go and ask them, does anybody of you here from our activity just now have an idea what our topic is going to be? Kung sa ang topic nga to ang i-discuss this afternoon. Then you ask the students. And when you ask the students, no, they are na ang under ilang utok, magunahuna na dayon sila, and try to remember from the activity what could be the possible topic. Okay, so I miss those days wherein we're not so distracted with phone, social media, and even kanang AI nga mo rely na lang ta nga actual students can actually make use of their brains, no? Nga maghuna-huna jud sila, di ba? Gone were those times na. So, with that kind of question, no, imo na nag-i-ask ang mga bata, maghuna-huna na sila sugod. Okay? So, development of ability to ask among learners is basic in the age of fourth industrial revolution. According to Future of Hobbes report during the World Economic Forum, the top 10 skills needed in this age are complex problem solving, critical thinking, and creativity, which all start in the process of asking. No, everything starts with inquiry, diba? Not only research, no? Not only when we start our lesson. Kaya nga namangutana ta, it's to actually let the students start thinking critically, no? No, start to be curious about unsa man jud ato ang i-learn karon. di ba? Or giunsa man na siya, ma'am, ngayon naabot og ing ana nga answer. Di ba? Critical thinking comes from asking. Creativity comes from asking. Problem solving comes from asking. That's why the highest level of thinking is metacognition, and it's a very powerful tool in the board exam. No, in fact, I have utilized metacognition in so many of my exams. Nga, modesty aside, I was able to pass it on the first try. Okay, with kuan na favorable nga results. No, um, it is because with metacognition you're thinking about thinking, okay, so kana ganing instead of trying to memorize questions or trying to tap into like the cognitive side lang jud nga kanang memorization lang jud siya, okay, ang knowledge side lang jud, no, but you're more tapping into trying to understand things and why things work mo na ang metacognition, and it starts with asking. I have mentioned metacognition several times during TTL1 ato nga discussion back when you were in second year. So di ba kung naka-remember mo ato, when you read a certain question, you try to also question yourself, what could be the possible answer to this question? Kaning upat ka buok diri, mag-elimination ta. Asa man diri ang dili appropriate sa kani siya nga question. Di siya appropriate answer. We're left with two. Nilang duha, asa imong i-elevate as the closest answer to that question. And you think things through, di ba? Sometimes gani kanang we question yourself pa jud nga mao na ba jud ni siya, final answer na ba jud ni siya, okay, is there a possibility nga ang other option ang correct answer. That's metacognition. You're thinking about thinking. You're trying to understand. Okay? And it all starts with asking. So, tanan na, even ako, class, no, the reason why I come up with, like, for example, no, kanang, curious ka about a certain thing. And it's nice to be curious. The only nice thing about being curious is when you ask questions, you don't bother someone about it, no? It's okay to ask for help if you don't know, but you don't bother someone tibuok adlaw for it, no? Because it's just lazy work, no? Kung imuhang ipapangutan ng mga estudyante per May, and dili nimo sila palihokon and finding out answers to their questions, they would become lazy. Okay? Man usay maka-encounter pag estudyante nga kusog kay mangutana, no nya okay ra man ang mangutana, pero kanang halos ginagmay nga butang nga pwede ra tani i-common sense ipangutana pa jud sa ako. And why do I get frustrated? Because I'm expecting a lot from college students ba nga once I provided uh, uh, announcement or kuan, ikaw na dayon mo analyze unsa man ni kanu sa man ni matabo, unsa may buhaton na mo ani, kana gani mo under siya ng utok ba, no? Masay mo ingon ko, please read the announcement, please go back to the announcement, o di na ko i-elaborate o reply jud, no, kay basin mo spoon feeding na. Okay, so ana siya, no, ang nakayot pod with inquiry basis, you're actually encouraging your students nga sila mo figure it out on their own. Muna ko magpa-activity ka ana, dili na pwede nga mungutana sila silang tapad. Okay, dapat sila jud ana mangita og answers, no. Umbita na ang mas effective jud ang research if you do it individually. Kay makat-on jud ka, no. Sa masteral daghan kay kog estudyante nga naglisod kay muna no, di man sila active participants sa research back when they were in college. So labas sila sa naglisod jud. No nya ay ako igor man ko motudlo sa process, so ani ang paghimo sa kuan RRL, ani ang pag-plus citations, etc. Ikaw na bahala, no? Sa mo gani sa una wala jud migiingnan nga diri mi mangita sa Google Classroom. It depends na sa mong own initiative. Sana magud-agud, no? You try to ask questions sa giunsa man ni, no? How do I answer this? How do I make this research paper? Mag-research ko no ko. So mo na nakaniyot with inquiry based, no? Mo gana jud ang utok ni student, and ikaw as a teacher dili man ingon nga sayo na lang kay mong kinabuhi, no? At the same time, it's another tool for you nga dili lang ikaw tanan ang mo feed nilang information. You allow the student at their own autonomy po, no, own initiative to find solutions to certain questions or topics nga they are curious about, or pwede po siya topic nga ikaw ang muhatag. Daghan mo gud siya types of inquiry based learning class, no. Na yung mga inquiry based learning manggod nga wherein ikaw ang mo assign og topic, na po inquiry based learning nga wherein ang estudyante mong papilion. Okay? So, Inquiry-based learning as an approach essentially involves tasks requiring learners' active participation, finding answers to curricular questions. So you're not spoon-feeding them, you're teaching them how to be um, students with initiative, how to be students with critical thinking skills, with metacognitive skills. Okay? So muna siya ang highest jud actually. Kasi ako makaingon, ang highest jud para nako is if you be able to master metacognition and you're a student with initiative. Kana jud na siya nga ikaw ra jud mangita, no? So the questions can run from very specific simple questions to more complex questions related to the curriculum. Learners are given opportunities to engage in self-regulated activities as they pursue their investigation. There are also self-regulated activities class. We do this one in the grad school. To tell you honestly, kaning mga inquiry based learning, it's pretty common in grad school. Wala kay may mga questions nga kanang mo memorize me sa grad school. Wala. Mostly we are provided with case studies. And some of those case studies we cannot actually relate to, especially sa ako sa una no when I started back when I started my master's studies or my masteral studies back when I was 20 years old. So fresh grad jud no, like very fresh grad pa jud kaayo. Yeah, I have little to no knowledge about business no because again no my bachelor's degree is hospitality management. So when we were provided with case studies on business finance, how are we able to maintain profit? Karon makasabot na ko ana for sa una dili maglisod jud ko no. How do we maintain profit no? Or how do we make sure nga mag dili jud nga nakadaghan nga kwarta ang coming out from our company, okay? And then more ang coming in. And then ang among ROI makuha ra namo within a year. Tikan mig problema, like it's a scenario and you will act as the let's say the manager baron for example. How do you find solutions to that? Because your company is at the brink of bankruptcy or nga na kind of problem. So una siya no, and we don't have the luxury of uh, AI sa una. So grabe no, finding needle in a haystack ra jud. So muna siya ang akong gibuhat ato ang tukog Google, search ko sa mga case study examples, basa-basa ra jud to. Ang nakayot pang good is, although AI makes our life easier, sometimes it makes us lazy. And ako, I am also guilty with that, no? Kay, I don't take time to read anymore and to think. And sometimes kaya kayo na ko nga, ga-degrade ba ko as a person, no? Because I don't think anymore, no? I just rely on this, diba? But dili man totally, no? Ako, igod ako mabasa din. I try to understand what AI is giving me. So, going back ato, we have to do everything independently. We have to find solutions to our case studies ang gatag sa mua. Pag doctorate nako, we're more into reading analysis. We are given with topics, we have to provide a reading analysis anang a certain topic. That's inquiry-based learning. It is self-regulated. Ngano self-regulated siya? Pwede na siya ma-apply sa mga estudyante ha, but in a simplified form. Dili kay totally lisod kaayo nga magmatay na sa kalisod magmasteral na. In a self-regulated form, it means muhatag na kanila og deadline. Oh, may nabi ko nga. Okay, I want you to do an investigatory project on this kind of topic. Oh, pwede ikaw muhatag, pwede silang papilion. When we did our investigatory project back when I was in high school, our investigatory project kami gapili sa topic. Oh, when you let them do an investigatory project, pagkahuman ana tagaan nimo sa deadline. Okay, this is the format, this is how we are going to do the investigatory project, this is the process, but kamo na ana ang mo execute, kamo na ana mo pili unsa nga area or topic ang inyong himuan og investigatory project. Basta mo follow lang siya sa kani nga format. Gitudloan na ta mo unsaon pagsulat, unsaon paghimuan ni, unsaon pagplaster. After ana, you give them a deadline. Okay, I will be providing you until the end of this month. So I'll give you an entire month to do the investigatory project. Every week as a teacher, di na nimo sa pasagdaan. Kay mo ni ang common mistake jud. Muna ko nabantayan. I will not mention the name of the school, pero katong akong no hate lang jud ha kay magula naman pud sa ga-exist ron ning balhin naman ang teachers nila. During the time sa ako ang manghod kay senior high school teacher ka to sa research and then gatudlo na pud ko sa college og research ato nya katingala ko nga naabot na siya og grade 12 like kabalik-balik ra sila nga naa sa STEM, by the way, ako manguno. So gabalik-balik ra sila sa introduction. Nag-ilis-ilis sila from qualitative to quanti, na nag-usab-usab sila. Kuta ba sa title, makahuman sila title defense, wala na din continuation. And I kept on asking, ano man na, no? Wala mo gud usay ako nilang teacher di ko no magsigig monitor nila, no ilang teacher wala ko no kaayo ka nang ga-involve sa pag-discuss sa research process, 'di ba? Sa akong mga estudyante diri sa research, magkabalo naman siguro mo how I teach research here. I do consultations every meeting. I think nalimot na ko. Kano sa gani ko mo consultations ninyo day Ginigil kada semana ba to? Or kuan? Kanang mapay mo kog outputs ninyo ba? No-under mo muna ko sa inquiries. Sa day? Hello. Sa senior high day. When kay ko usually mo kuan sa inyo ha? Was it weekly ga consultation sa inyong paper? Or lahi to ang teacher na ninyo? Sorry, I wasn't able to get that. Medyo kuan ang audio day. Wait lang. Okay na day. Mm. Oo. Okay. So, thank you so much, Rini Gale. So, ingana na siya, dapat no, as teachers, ingana po na inyong buhaton may do inquiry-based learning. It has to be, although it's self-regulated sa part sa bata, but kinahanglan every week or every twice a week, no, para sa ila ka rin, nalimot na maguhugod, twice a week, no, twice a week sa ilaha, magdepende po sa kalisod, no, kay ang senior high, given man pod nga syempre younger students, I give them 2 weeks to make like introduction, to make the statement of the problem. Tagduha kasi mana akong ginapabuhat, at least I progress for every 2 weeks. Then we do feedbacking, so mapatawag sa leaders, feedbacking sa karon sa akong masteral. Ang tulo ka parts or ang tibuok chapter 1 dapat makuha na og duha ka semana. Ang introduction usa na ka semana tanan. Ginabuhat ako na sila kay because syempre adults naman sila, medyo kuan naman ang ilang way of thinking. So mo depende na no, sa college usahay similar to senior high na itag usa ka semana tunga or depende sa kadaghan sa kung ipabuhat. Ngano yung ana man na masking self-regulated ang activity no kay research man sila may mag-agad sa ilahang time. Kay may tag self-regulated like mga investigatory project when we do inquiry-based learning sa to ang mga estudyante kay di ba tong main focus karon is dapat student-centered learning. Kung motudlo ta nila dili puros gikan sa atoa lang no ang mga bata molihok pod sila on their own. Although self-regulated siya kay tungod ang mga bata, depende na silang grupo o sugod ta karon or magpulaw ta karon sa balay. Depende naman na no, di man nimo na makontrol nga dapat dungan jud mo tanan og himo. Magdepende na basta mahuman siya within 1 month. No, mara siya asynchronous activity. But it doesn't mean nga you as a teacher imuhar ng pasagdaan kung kanusa mahuman ang estudyante dira pa ka maningil at the deadline. No, you must continue to monitor them. Do not meddle no with their ko ano dili ka ingon nga ay ako na lay ko ana ni B ana no, so mo guide ra ka nga okay sakto ni ang inyong first part ha sa inyong investigatory project or sa inyong research paper, i-correct ni siya then mo na pod yung himuon sunod igo ra ka mo ingana no mo guide ka imo rang monitoron para sa good na kung mag-research siya pod, di ba? As research advisors, mo meet na pod min nila panalagsa. Like for example, magpahimo ko lag chapter 1. Unya, mo meet ko nila mga twice a week or once a week, no? I-check na ko, kamusta naman inyong activity? Asa mo naglisod? No? Nga na siya. Dili na ni siya sa KWL ha. Naway mga certain activities nga. Like simple lang, no? Nga research work. Like for example, no? Na kay case study ihatag, gatudlo abi ka og kuan, gatudlo abi ka og um, science no or gatudlo ka og business na ka sa senior high labi na sa mga prof ed ato nga teachers dire or secondary nga magtudlo pohon sa senior high so magpa-research abi ka or magpa-case study sa ilaha So, you give them ample time to do it on their own. It's self-regulated. Within 1 week, dapat makomplete na nila, for example. But, you still need to glance from time to time. Kamusta man imong activity? Ang taon mo, sakto ba pagkahimo sa case study? SWOT analysis, those analysis, BCG matrix, ANSOF, GE, mga yung ana, no? So, things like that. Okay? So, mo na siya, no? I-provide them with an opportunity to be active participants, ang imong mga estudyante, to be active participants sa curricular questions. But, although it's self-regulated, but you are still there. Naradya po ang imong presensya. Okay? So, nganon, kinahanglan na siya kay, again, common mistake sa mga teacher, muhatag sila og research activity, pasagdaan ng estudyante. Research subject is difficult to teach, not because kay lisod only ang process ana, but ang checking mismo nga process. And some teachers have failed to do that. Ang ilahara ana is, umitra ko ninyo kausa, I'll teach you the format, then I'll just leave you be. We will see each other at the end of the semester for the checking. That's so wrong. Okay? Muna na-experience pod sa ako ang kuan before, no, nga di marag once in a blue moon na magpakita. Tendency wala makatanan ng estudyante kay maski mo ingon pa ka nga ay kamera may gahimo sa mong research ma'am kay gipasagdaan nami sa mong teacher gitagaan nami yung format then anang next na mo nga kita ma'am kay inig ka defense na. That is wrong, di ba? You're setting up your students for failure. Dapat there you are still there to do quality check. Okay? It doesn't give you an excuse nga because you're teaching a subject or a topic that requires them for inquiry-based learning. It doesn't give you the opportunity nga pasagdaan pod sila. You are still there. You are still monitoring them. Okay? Ang tawag nimo if dito quality check mo man na siya. So, using this in the classroom can facilitate the development of communication skills as it involves activities such as writing questions, deliberating on ways of finding answers to curricular questions, and presenting output as evidence of inquiry among others. So, that's perfect kani sa research, no? Siyempre, kay ma-improve inyong way of writing. Karon, you have it easy naman because you already have Quillbot. You can have ChatGPT. All you have to do is just retype it because when you retype words from ChatGPT to a document, it cannot be detected by Turnitin. No, mo na ang foolproof jud nako nga kuan. Mabitaw na usay mamuyag ko sa akong mga masteral nga estudyante nga teachers, no. Kanang sayo na gitong kinabuhi kay gihatag na ni AI tanan, mo copy paste pa jud ta, no. Masking magtiyaga na lang ta og rephrase, magtiyaga na lang ta og encode manually sa unsay nakabutang sa ChatGPT so that there will be no plagiarism or similarity testing. I-paraphrase lang na nimo, no. They try to understand the context of the result, diba? At least ma-improve pa din imong writing skills, no. Ikaw gabasa ka, makasabot pug ka sa imong gibasa kay ga-encode man gabasa man ka ga-encode, ga-retype, diba? So, ana kayo pud inquiry base, no. Again, no, ma-improve mo writing skills, no. Also imong how you find answers, no? Your critical thinking skills, no. Ito biya ko nakaton mga magminaro sa research kay wala man gitudlo sa amoa, di ba? When we did methods of research sa una, only the format. Nindot ang putang methods of research kay pasunod among na research nga subject. Pag abot na nga ako na himo, wala jud mi nag spoon feeding sa mo advisor nga, oh dire ka ha, ingani ni pagbuhat nimo. So, ma-resourceful pod ka, no. Guidean noon ka sa imong teacher, pero napoy ways nga ma-resourceful pod ka. Okay? So, it's a mixed balance. It's a balance of both, ha. Na ang teacher nga mo guide, but dili siya mo spoon feed. Si student nga independent siya mo learn, okay? But mo adhere po siya sa unsay format o guide ni teacher. So, para no, nakat-on ko og kanang keyword finding, kanang nakat-on ko og kanang mga sayab-sayab so na di pa man na popular ang Sci-Hub sa una way back in like sa mo nga time, no. Cut-on jud mga pirate jud og research nga mga sources no na. Okay, how to bypass the Grammarly, no. Mo na mga kan sa una. Okay, and then, it can enhance your critical thinking skills, which is like finding answers also to questions, and even your communication skills, because you'll be presenting your evidence in front of other students. Kaya usually when we do investigatory project, gina-present po na mo na siya, no? Katong high school pa ko. Uh, na may mga research activity present me in front. Okay, so this approach encourages students to work together in accomplishing the task, or at the same time improve their skills in research, improve their skills in critical thinking, improve their skills in writing. So muna nga daghan jud kayo magkuano magtibi sa research kay kapoy jud siya. Tinuod jud na nga kapoy. But all in one naman good siya, no? Kung sa pagkaon pa na siya marag superfood, no? All in one naman good siya. Your writing skills, communication skills, critical thinking skills, research skills, your initiative, no? Under dyan na siya when you do inquiry-based learning. Research, activity work, uh, investigatory projects, mga ana. KWL chart, that is the simpler version. Okay? Kung sa elementary, medyo higher ako ang kung ano, examples na. Kung sa elementary, the only perfect way we can do inquiry-based learning or the KWL chart is to let your students illustrate. Okay, may nga nabi ka. Okay. Has anybody seen, pangbata na po niya ko ha, kay elementary man, has anybody seen a caterpillar before? Or kanang ning koan? Before ka mo ask ka na, dapat i-make sure mo na caterpillar sa yung garden, no? Or has anybody seen this kind of flower, no, in your garden? No? Wala pa, ma'am. Gamay ka na answer abi mga children. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to illustrate what you think this flower is. So, simplify lago ninyo gud niya. Mo drawing mga bata. When they hear the word carnation, unsa nga kind of like, image that comes into their mind. No? So magdraw ang mga bata. Maghuman draw ang mga bata, mo ana dayon ka. Okay, so since kay kanang naka-draw naman mo no, what do you think is the image of a carnation flower? I want you to go outside. So we will be going outside, and then we will be going through the garden and try to see if ang kanibang ingani close ba ang kanang actual carnation flower sa inyuhang gidraw. No, yan ara no nya. Ang mga bata mo discover na sila hang selves, no, ang mga little children nga. Ay, hala, mo din ni ang kuan, mo din ni itsura sa carnation nga flower. Mo din ni ang color, mo din niya. Yung yun ka, okay, I want you to touch the petals, no? I want you to look at the flower on sa itsura niya. Oh. Ano ra, no? At isang mga bata, in their little way, they can discover things, di ba? Oh, you tap into their prior knowledge first if ever na amon jud dira no. You ask them, oh, I want you to illustrate what you think a carnation flower looks like. Oh, ana abi. Then usa ka magtug-awas din sa garden, imo nang i-introduce sa ilahan. Sila na imo ko ano. Imo ding mas more into kuan jud. Lisod jud na may ana jud when it comes to elementary kay medyo mga kiddies pa manggod siya. Oh, ang mabuhat ra jud nimo ana wherein they can do self discovery is if naa jud ka as a teacher, ikaw jud ang mo guide, ikaw ang mo introduce ana sa ilaha, but dili na ingon sa classroom lang. You let them go outside, dapat naapod ka, teacher supervision, and you let them look at the flower and try to discover what it looks like, how does it feel, and then you would then tell the students, okay, unsa man ang pag-feel ninyo sa petals sa carnation flower, o tana dayon ka, di ang mga bata will answer pa. So they will discover also for themselves. Pero mas dako lang jud kaog presence or contribution. Okay, so the process of inquiry starts from posting. That's posting a question aligned to a content standard in the K-12 curriculum for English, Mathematics, Science, Filipino. Investigation proceeds using various sources of information, and presentation of outputs of the students using a productivity tool, depending on the required output. Caught off guard ko to depending on the required output. The assessment tool will be used should be given to the students before the inquiry commences. Okay, now let us try to highlight this part. No, investigation proceeds using various sources of information and presentation of outputs of the students using a productivity tool. Yeah, depende siya sa required output. Okay, depending on the required output, there should be an assessment tool. What is this assessment tool? Nga dapat ihatag nato sa tong mga estudyante before ta maghatag nilag inquiry-based learning activity. Common ni siya if magpa-performance task ta. Unsa man ning assessment tool ginagamit nato? Dili man gud ni siya traditional pen and paper test, 'di ba? Wherein we can immediately identify pila ang score sa bata, 'di ba? O ilahang performance sa quiz through their scores, no? traditional pen and paper test. Kani is it's a literal performance output, no? Or performance na siya nga output because they will be doing research, they will be doing self-discovery, they will be doing investigatory project. So, dapat naa daw kunoy assessment tool nga gamiton which is ihatag sa mga estudyante ipabalo sa ilaha before the inquiry commences. Unsa man ni siya nga assessment tool? What do you think is this assessment tool? Anyone? Okay, so kana siya nga assessment tool is the itong na ba ko sino ko nawala. Ang assessment tool na siya itong na white lagi tanan. Wait guys okay, awan ko ba kung nawala ko. So kana siya nga assessment tool is ang koan ang rubrics. So, ang rubrics atong ginagamit, pila ka percent ang ato ang igrado, and then ipabalo na ana mga bata prior to the activity, especially for like letting them do research, for example, so they will be aware how will they be graded. So, kanang mga yung anak class, dili man gud ni siya traditional paper and pencil test. So, it's important that we provide an assessment tool nga ipakita sa mga estudyante before the activity so that they will be able to know nga, okay, pila ka percent, how many percentage will I be graded when it comes to like the content or the quality of my output. Okay? Ang kuan pod niya, no? Pag adhere sa format, ang kuan pod niya, no? Ang pag meet pod sa deadlines, diba? So, daghan kayo nagkuan. Depende na. Usually, more onto content man ang naka-breakdown into itemized na siya nga standards, no? When it comes to the what do they call this, the rubrics nga kuan rubrics nga ihatag nato sa tong mga estudyante. Wait lang guys. Okay, so next is what to use. So Chisholm and Godley in 2011 uh, report that inquiry-based instruction offers an especially appropriate approach to learning about different variation, identity, and powers since IBI or inquiry-based learning, IBL ni siya rather, can provide students with opportunities to learn about current issues in social linguistics through sharing and debating on a personal experience with language from multiple perspectives. Okay, so usually more on language approach ni siya no kay sa language book magud na ko siya gikuha. But again, it goes the same with all of the different subjects, not only with language subjects. So there are different types of inquiry. According to Vayu in 2020, it presented four types of inquiry that can be used in facilitating classes. We have the structured inquiry, controlled inquiry, guided inquiry, and then free inquiry. So ang structured inquiry, it lets a teacher lead as the entire class engages in one inquiry together. So pwede siya katong sa example ni elementary teacher nga they figure it out together with the teacher leading the students. Okay, so basically mura dili ka siya totally mahulog og independent learning. Inquiry based ra japon siya because the students will be asking questions and then they will be finding out solutions or answers to those questions, but together na siya sa teacher. So they will not be doing that one independently, they will be doing that one together. That's a structured inquiry. Okay, so we'll be going outside to the garden, we'll be going out to the we'll be heading out to the museum na, or we'll be going to the library. You will discover this thing together. Or for example, let us try to see if chemical A or chemical B will have a chemical reaction. What kind of color will it change into? So we'll be heading to the science laboratory and do this experiment, and we will figure it out together. That's an example of a structured inquiry. Naa si teacher, then naapod mo once you answer that major question no sa inyo nga inquiry-based learning. Ang controlled inquiry, on the other hand, the teacher chooses topics and identifies the resources that the students will use to answer questions. So, for example, the teacher will assign topics sa mga estudyante individually or as a group, and then siya na ang muhatag og resources. Okay, so guys, I would like you to make a case study or case study nga ko answers baron. So tagaan ta mo og tag sa nga case studies, and then magdepende na siya per group. So tagaan na ta mo per group, and then ang inyong gamiton ra nga mga sources kung mangita mo is diri ra nga website or diri ra mo using Google. So using uh, using Google. Okay, so for example no moingon din dira nga using your Google um, Scholar, no, dira mo mangita sa mga answers in your case study. O, that's controlled inquiry. Kaya si teacher man ang mopili sa topic, sa case studies, for example, ang si teacher pod ang modikta ninyo kung unsa nga mga certain tools ang gamiton to answer the questions. Asa ka nga mga platform mangita. Ang guided inquiry, the teacher chooses the topics and questions, pero ang mga estudyante ang mo-design sa product or solution, siya ang mangita og tool or resources to answer the questions nga gihatag ni teacher. So bali sa guided inquiry, okay, ako ra ang mohatag og topic. Okay? For example, I want you to conduct a concept paper. I want you to write a concept paper, and then it should be a quantitative study on AI and technology. O ana ra, kamo na bahala mangita asa og mga reliable sources ibutang sa inyong concept paper, basta mo ni siya ang topic ang inyong i-research. Ay nga na siya. That's guided inquiry. Ang free inquiry is ang estudyante ang naay freedom to choose their own topics. Oh, so pag gusto na sila unsa nga type of topic, basta dili siya something nga kanang offensive baron or sensitive, 'di ba? So sila na mangitag mga topics on their own without any reference to a prescribed outcome. So depende na nila no unsa imong solution, unsa imong mga paagi to find answers to the topics nga inyong gipili. So tagaan mo og freedom. Okay, mayon ako nga. Okay guys, I want you to make an investigatory project. Kamo na bahala mangita unsa nga area or topic sa investigatory project. Kamo na pud bahala unsaon na ninyo pag conduct, basta follow lang mo sa format. Kung nga nara, that's an example of free inquiry. Okay, so we will continue by next meeting, and then hopefully maka-research based na ta nga learning. So this is still kaning mga remaining slides. This is still under inquiry based learning pa man ni siya. So we'll just stop here sa types of inquiry. So nakasabot ra tanan. Hello? Okay. Na may mga questions. Okay. So, everyone, our last na nga meeting before you will have like a week long nga break will be this coming Thursday. I will just announce if it will be online or face to face. And then next week we'll not be meeting anymore until 18. So usa jud ka semana o usa ka adlaw, no? Whole week next week wala ko. Depende na sa teacher ha kay basta na ubang teacher mo meet pa. Basta ako din ako mo meet by next week. Kay kuan mark I think magpakilo naman siguro magpakilo naman na sa mong kuan no. Lagi so medyo mabisi-bisi na jud mi ana. Next atong kita kato ng modemo. So good luck na sa modemo first pair ng modemo inig ka March 20. By the way guys, wala day ko sa March 27. Ma-move ang demo. Kaya na ko'y seminar sa waterfront. So, dili ko sure if makaklase ta sa March 27. Kisa yan sa 27. Okay, kay kuan ang amo ang schedule manggod is early manggod sa buntag. 28 pa man noon among seminar pero no biyahe na may pa Cebu ana. So magma-schedule jud ang demo sa 27 ra. Mabalik ko mga 29 naman ko mabalik. Saan to ha? Kusok sa attendance. Okay. So, Mary Chris and Hervey Joy, i-reschedule na lang ako on a different date ha, basin na namo sa April, mag-demo. Kasi mga first week of April. Wala pa di ko April 7 ug 8 kay, sige mo kung tug Cebu eh. Higo ra di ko mobalik. Wala di ko April 7 ug 8 kay kuan na siya kanang magpa Cebu mi kay recollection sa graduating students. Tawon na lang dyan ako ni. Okay, sige. Hopefully dili pud schedule for final defense pud nako. So, basta mo inform lang jud ko ninyo, mag-move lang jud tani mag diri ra ta ani masangit sa ako ang mga lakaw-lakaw. So, prepare Japon ha. Basta ka ng 27 di jud ta ka meet ana. Okay? So, we will have our attendance checking everyone. Let me just turn off my recording.